Hello folks, and welcome back to SnowRunner. So we are on the last mission in Michigan. Last two missions in Michigan. They are both Dyson Diesel, and we have harbor delivery, which I am here at the port now getting ready to do that delivery. And then we have out with the old. So I have already gotten the metal beams and the oil rig drill to the drilling site. And what I have to do now is drop off this load and then take the P16 back, pick up the construction rig trailer, and deliver it. So let's get this thing started. Turn the lights on, and let's go ahead and make our delivery. Hey, and I've been promoted. Level 17. Wonderful. Alright, so right now we're on Drummond Island, and I need to head back to the warehouse that is on Smithfield Dam. Get the camera to quit doing that. Where the construction rig trailer, construction rig semi-trailer I think it's called, is sitting waiting on us. And I'm going to have to sell this trailer. So if you notice down at the bottom left, somehow I got a whole lot of damage. Now that's not even a half of it. When I was pulling this container over here, a rock similar to that one that just went by my front tire. Well, actually it's more like this one. Just a little rock. I hit it, and if you've ever seen gameplay of the P16, or you've ever driven the P16, you know it is no speed demon, especially with a trailer on it going through mud. So I hit that, blew two tires, my left front tire and the front left drive wheel tire, and did over 300 in damage to the suspension and the gas tank. And I wasn't even going fast. I was probably doing the speed right here. And went over that rock, and it just totally whooped up on this truck's butt. And I have driven this truck a lot. It does not take much damage. It usually glides through everything. One of the reasons is you can't get any speed on it. So what I ended up doing was I still had the Lodestar over on Island Lake. Luckily, it still had all three of its tires, its spare tires, and it also had all of its repair points. Make sure I'm going the right way here. Yep. And let's go ahead and put a marker down, because for some reason I keep missing this. I keep going straight instead of making the right, so I don't want to miss it this time. But anyway, I brought the Lodestar over here and used all of its repair points, 150 repair points, and as you can see, the suspension is still damaged pretty good. So I have a vehicle sitting up here once we cross back into Smithville Dam that can give me some repairs, because I sold all of the repair trailers. So anyway, I brought the Lodestar over here. I did that, and then I drove the Lodestar back to the garage because I should not need it anymore. And I brought another vehicle up to the top of the hill. So we will see that vehicle here in a moment. But I also realized I had missed a trailer over on Island Lake. So there was a fuel tanker that I had discovered, but I had not moved. I kept meaning to move it and kept forgetting, and this is why I keep going straight here instead of making the right. So the road curves, and in my mind, I think the road goes straight. It just turns to mud. But I went ahead and got that trailer and I sold it. So that's an extra, I think, $6,000. It went into my bank. And when I got all the deliveries, the steel and the drill bit, when I got that over there getting ready to deliver it, I realized that I had totally missed a mission on Smithville Dam. And it's the deliver the trailer mission, or tool delivery. So I went ahead and did that delivery. Because once I'm finished with this, and this one is going to take me a while to get this delivered, I want to move into Alaska. I was looking back here to make sure I still had the trailer attached. So I went and double checked all of the maps, and I think I've gotten everything now. But I will go back and triple check, make sure all tasks and missions are completed before we move over to Alaska. That is part of my hardcore rules. I cannot change regions until I have completed the previous region. Alright, let's go get this trailer sold, and then we will hook up to our construction rig trailer. It is right there ahead of us. And you should notice a big yellow truck over here on our left. So that, folks, is the P12. So I really like that truck. It's an expensive truck. It's like $127,000. But with selling all the trailers, I was able to get the truck and have a little bit left over to do some upgrades, like the tires. It's another $4,200. So since I was going to put tires on it, I went ahead and put the chain tires on it. Because the chain tires are still good in the mud. And it's not going to hurt the performance of the truck. But I wanted this truck before I moved this construction rig trailer, because getting across the bridge down at the bottom, not down the bottom, but right past down the road here, sometimes proves a little difficult. And sometimes you'll need to... Well, the only other time I've done this mission, I've actually had to pull the trailer a little bit. And my next biggest truck, which is the Western Star, does not have enough ass to do it. But the P12 does. Hey, and we're timing it just about right. So that we got some daylight. Alright, so let's stop the engine. Change trucks. So the P12 is basically a longer version of the P16. You can see a lot of similarities with the trucks. The P12, though, has a lot more going for it. Some of the pros over the P16 is that I can add more stuff to it, has more upgrades, and I can do things like this. Put this big maintenance bed on it. I can also haul the P16. Last time I checked, the only thing it can haul are these big trailers. Even with the high saddle on it, it can't haul the trailers you can buy that require a high saddle. The P16 won't do it, but the P12 will. And I believe the P12 can also do the crane. I'm not sure. And it is all-wheel drive. The cons to this versus the P16 is that it's longer. So you can see it's a good bit longer, and it turns sharper, but with that long wheelbase, this is in my other playthrough, the P12 is what I use to pull the construction rig trailer down, and the P16 to help it along the bridge. But I think I'm going to reverse it this time. So let's go ahead and repair our P16. And as you can see, I'm still, 133 points from having it fully repaired. And that's after spending 150 points that was in the other truck from hitting one rock. So I think the game knew that I was almost finished. Fill that up. And fill that one up. So it decided that it was just going to give me a going away present. And give me a huge amount of damage over one little rock. And though I don't think it was right, is it something that would cause me not to want to play the game? Well, no. Uh-oh. What we hung up on? I do not know. Must be that... Oh. There's a tree stump there. So let's pull it out a little bit straighter. Still got it. Where am I hitting it at? Oh, now it's the back bumper. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to back it all the way out here. And let's turn it this way. Still not going to clear it. It should clear it. So let's go ahead and get my and going to activate it. Now again, I know the P12 can deliver this with no issues, and I could not get it fully upgraded. I did not have the money. So what I want to try, I did have some issues getting around some of the corners, which is why I wanted to try the P16 this time and see if that smaller wheelbase will help me out a little bit. And I could not upgrade the engine in the P12. I didn't have the money for that. But with this mission completed, I should have the money. Actually, I think I have the money now. But at the time that I drove the P12 up here, I did not have the money. And in order to get the upgrades I did get on it, I actually had to sell the upgrades off of a couple of the other vehicles and sell a couple of my add-ons. So if I have issues, it's going to be here. And I'm going to stop it here and go back and get the P12 and bring it on down. I really didn't want to bring this big maintenance bed on here at first. Then I thought, no, I'll go ahead and do that. That way I can fix up the P16, and this will give me more weight on this truck to make it harder to move if I have to winch. And don't be fooled by how slow it's moving now. When it gets the bigger engine and the off-road gears, it moves at a pretty good pace. It's a good bit faster than the P16. But that's one of the reasons I like about it, or one of the things I like about it. It does move faster and it's more versatile. Plus, all-wheel drive really helps. And there is a mission on in Alaska, and it's pulling a maintenance trailer to a couple of checkpoints, and you will have to have this vehicle to do it. I have not found another vehicle that can do it. Even the P16 can't do it. But this one does it with fairly good bit of ease. But even my Western Star that I love more than any other truck on this in this game, it can't do it. Alright. So let's stop you. Actually, back you up. So I'm going to have to maneuver that trailer around a little bit. Alright. So I need the trailer over here as far as I can get it. Come on. That's the problem with this vehicle is no all-wheel drive. If this was all-wheel drive, I would like it more than the P12, even though the P12 can do more. But it really hurts this vehicle not being all-wheel drive. Make sure, whoop, far enough. And change trucks. And I'm too far away. Unfortunately, I could not get the big winch for this. I would have liked to have had the really heavy winch. No, don't you go anywhere. There you go, moved it over a little bit. Disconnect the winch. And I think I need to get a better angle at it. Oop. I'm driving my... Let me try something. Change... I'm looking for. Change trucks. Yep, I drove this one off. That could be a big problem. And again, It might be exactly what I needed. As long as I keep all those wheels on the bridge. Get over here. Definitely make sure I don't run up on that guardrail. Looks like I'll clear it. Okay, there's only one other bad spot. And that is where the road gave way and you've got a lot of rocks. At least ways till we get to the... Easy. Up, nope. Till we get to the farm. And by the time I get down there, I'll be able to take the P12 down, get the high hitch put on it, just in case I need it to pull the rest of the way. Trying to concentrate on my driving. Making sure I take full oh, shit. Well. Okay, let's go up here, and that was my fault. So I got a little bit too close to the guardrail and jumped it. But I have this truck that should be able to pull them both back. And get me back where I should be. So change trucks again, because I want to be able to steer this truck. So go back to the trailer view and attach my winch. And then when I back this truck up, the other one should be backing up and pull me backwards. There we go. So, release the winch. And that truck's carrying plenty of fuel, so I don't have to worry about shutting it off. Up on the guardrail a little bit, but that's okay. And let's go get the other one. Again, it's carrying a lot of repair points. So I want to keep the E16 as repaired as I can, and you can see that I've gotten a lot of suspension damage. So I need to use up some of these points to keep it in good shape. And that's a good place to do it. Big wide spot in the road. And since this is hardcore mode, excuse me, I can't recover anything to the garage. So I'm going to have to drive this vehicle down anyway. $65. I can do that, and since I'm here, I might as well refuel it. And might as well refuel this one too. And we're off again. Because I know it's going to take more damage. And now we have rain. Now we gotta get through here. It's the only other place I worry about. There's a good sized drop off here. Trying to think, do I want to get the P12 up here to assist? I think I can pull it around without driving off the daggone road here. Try to keep you on the road. I need to go out further. Cut it a little bit too sharp there. Watching the trailer more than the truck, or the truck more than the trailer. Alright, it should be smooth sailing now all the way to the farm. Should be. The game gives you just enough room to get around these obstacles, or get around these roads. But if you're off by a foot, it can cause you some major problems. And I was a little off there, but got through it okay. And I didn't have an issue getting around the corner at the dam. At 90-degree left-hand turn we're going to come up on. The trailer actually hit the guardrail and the tires slid around. So it didn't ride up on it or anything, so I'm hoping it does the same thing this time. Nice and centered. You do have to be careful because the platform is not centered. Whoops. It's centered on there, but then it's got this big catwalk over here. This catwalk will catch these telephone poles. So you got to be careful of that. But now the trailer is catching on that corner, but it's so high there that it's not driving up on top of it, so the back end will slide around. Okay, that should be good. Because now I gotta get the P12 to the garage and get the high hitch put on it in case I need it, and that's the best place where I park the P12 or P16. It's the best place for the P12 to get around. And I think I have enough money now to upgrade the engine. The engine in this is pretty expensive to upgrade to the next one. It's like $14,000. And it's a slow beast, but it is a beast. Now you can put the freeway running gears in it, and it speeds it up, but it also makes it a little harder to control. You can go with single tire axles or dual. I like the dual tires better, meaning you can either go with 2 tires per axle in the back or 4 tires. I like the 4 tires because it puts the tires out further and makes the truck a little more stable. But again, that's just my opinion. So since I'm here, let's refuel it. And let's do any repairs it needs. No damage. P16, so that's good. And the original plan was to come down here and fuel up with this trailer. The pickup is pulling. But then I had enough money for the P12, so. And we'll lumber it back to the garage. Which unfortunately puts us at nighttime getting through the mud. But I'd rather do the mud at night than do that road from the top of the hill at night. Almost there. Alright, so customize. Let's get rid of this maintenance add-on. And see, this one, you can do the heavy crane on it. You can do the large maintenance add-on. You can put a fuel tanker on it, or you can get the saddle high. So I want the saddle high. I have 32,000, so I should be able to get the next engine up. Sell that one. The advanced special is in Alaska. Can't do anything there. And as I was saying about the tires, for the mud tires, it comes standard with these, which is 2 tires per axle. But if you notice, when you go to 4 tires per axle, it sticks it out further and makes it more stable. Now, the only mud tires you can get are the 2 per axle. But like I said, the chained work just as good in the mud as they do on the if you just put mud tires. So for mud it's good. And well, actually no, it's excellent for mud, but that is again the single tires, and I like the dual tires. So that's what I went with. And since I have the money, let's go with that winch. Extremely heavy winch. It will pull a good deal. So I think that's all I want to do. So this will give it more power and make it a little bit faster. Not much, but a little bit. Now when I get the new gearbox in it, it will become faster. Right now I'd rather have power over speed. So I'm going to need the power. And I'm going to stop it here to help the P16 through the mud here. Which you may not need any help. So this episode will go a little bit long, and what I'll probably do is speed up some of the speed up driving the P16 back, or the P12 back, and to the garage. Okay, let's do a little bit of winching action here. And unfortunately, this truck does not have the heavy winch on it. But the medium winch did okay. And right now I can't get the P12 around this. Should have went ahead and moved it ahead. Nope. There we go. We're getting some traction now. Okay, I'm going to stop here for a second and go back and get the P12 and put it up front. Because we're getting ready to get into some really muddy areas. And I may need a little bit of a tug. Should have put spotlights on it. I didn't think of it. Need a little extra light. And you also saw when I looked at the upgrades, you can get multiple tire combinations for this. As with the P16, you can only get the tires that came with it. So again, this truck's a little more versatile. I don't think it has the power of the P16, even with the same motor in them. P16 seems to have more power. I will drive this to the other side of this hill and see if the P16 can get up this hill. If not, I can back down and help it out. So far, nothing that the winch couldn't pull us out of. I should make it around that with no problem. But we're going to go ahead and attach a winch. No, that's wrong. There we go. Do this until we get into a tight area, and I'll have to go back to the P16. But this will help it get through the mud. Trailer's still back there. If it was daytime, I would use the mirrors. Okay, so this is a tight area. But it's going to need some help up here. Ooh, I thought it was going to tip. Actually, let's go ahead and get this one out of the way and see if the E16 can pull it through here. Because we're almost there. That's where we need to go. Another tight area here. The trailer does not want to go around these telephone poles. So we're going to have to bounce it a little bit off the poles. But luckily those poles will shove it on the road a little bit. Keep it from going in that big ditch. So we have this mud to get through. And we are about 5 minutes from being complete. Now we'll go around this way, because the other two trucks are facing the other way. I took them around the left. It's easier to get this truck around the right hand side, or this trailer. And our destination. Alright, let's shut this down. And metal beams are on the Western Star. And we'll unload those. And then we will change trucks again. The nav star has that. Alright, mission is complete. And that is the last mission in Michigan. So we are totally done with Michigan. In the next episode, we are going to Alaska. And I'm going to take these trucks back and get them retained and sell these trailers. And get everything back where it should be. So leave me some feedback. Let me know what you think. If you liked the video, leave a like. And again, leave me some comments. Let me know, do you think the hardcore rules are too hard or too easy? Is there something I've forgotten about that could make it a little bit harder? And I will see you in the next episode. So we will be in Alaska, and until then, have a good one.